so interested in me? And I've never seen one, but I mean, just I've noticed that, you know, and all the lids, they're looking right at you, you know.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? So we're kind of coming up on the conclusion of this segment, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the Ghostlight Trail and what that is and how you happen into it. Because when I watched your YouTube video on it the other day, you were freaking out. I was feeling you freaking out. And I'm looking at these images that you're doing with these real high definition cameras. And I'm going, this is important stuff. And more than anything else, what I want to know is what you see, what you feel, how you interact with this thing.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, Nancy. Nancy, do you realize how much close this motherfucker is? Jesus Christ, Nancy. Nancy, roll up your window. Nancy, roll up the window. Maybe it's putting a light on us. Okay. Nancy, how close are we gonna let it get?
No, it could.
Roll up the windows, roll up the goddamn windows. Turn on the close, turn on the engine. Oh, the car won't start, will it?
I haven't tried to start
okay,
yet.
No, don't start it yet. Turn off the lights. Well, okay, I want to answer that question, but I also want to tell you, we got to get these videos analyzed, and it doesn't take a laboratory. Some things could be done with the laboratory, but I've captured the stills, and what is in those things is these, like, big sunglasses type deals. But there's another one that's going off to the side, and he's got a little pyramid head. He looks just like the ones in a Golden Boy, the Golden Army Hellboy.
Right, yeah. Interesting.
There's an artist that's drawn a picture of these Archons, and they have little spider bodies and everything. I've got a picture of one of those. Oh, I mean, I've got a picture of one of those. And you can see in the video, there's little, you know, they're moving around and they're doing something, you know, they're in there. The occupants of the craft, the pilots of the craft. Because
that was the words that I heard you use, and they went, that is really interesting to me. That not only do you see these as craft, but you see them occupied by pilots. And these are, how big? I mean, 3 inches, what? What are we talking?
They change in size. They change in color. They change in size. If you chase them, they'll run away. If you run away, they'll chase you. You're interacting with intelligence. And when I've done 5 investigations out there now, and when I went on the very first investigation, I was experiencing the phenomenon full on within the first 5 minutes. And so you're asking me, or I'm going to tell you, I didn't know anything about it. It was Nick Redfern from the UK, the Englishman who writes these books, who lives in Dallas.
Yep.
He talked about it on Ancient Aliens of that season, number 8, Bigfoot and Aliens, and I was spellbound when I heard him talk about that. And then I looked up on Google or whatever. I was like, that's 4 hours from my house. And again, I'm going to be an expert on that. I'm
by the way, lives in Texas.
Yeah, he lives in
Texas. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I that's one of my deals. I'm going to proclaim to the world, maybe not yet, but I mean, I'm in the process of becoming an expert on Ghostlight Road. I've done 5 investigations out there. I know as much about it as anybody.
So, and we'll put the links up with this so people can go look at the YouTube videos and get to your channel. But I was listening to you interacting with them, and obviously, you know, you've got a camera in front of you. That changes the perspective on things. Did they look with the naked eye like what you saw with the camera? That's the first question.
Well, no, for sure. And the reason you know that, and I talk about this in the videos, because Nancy, who was with me, she was all nonchalant. It wasn't scary to her. She, oh, you know, and I don't know, she might have been on some control, but I'm the one that's freaking out. I'm looking through $4,000 worth of low light optics, big zoom lenses. I rented this stuff. And then I'm sitting out there, I'm standing outside the car, and she's doing that. I said, Nancy, close the door and everything. And then I look down there, that motherfucker, it's shining a spotlight inside the car. It's searching a car that I'm standing next to. And that's when I got back in. I was like, roll up the windows, and all this stuff. It's like, the car won't start, and she's like, calm down, she's all, it almost kind of seemed like it was ruining my video, because I was like, I said, you're not scared, are you, But I do have to explain that to people, because I go around acting like I'm, Mr. the man with no fear, but let me tell you, I'm damn near acting like a little sissy in some of those dang deals.
I'm turning it back on. Okay. I'm changing this stuff. Okay. I mean, there's something inside of it. Well, wait, hold on. Oh my God. Certainly. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't fucking believe this shit is fucking happening. My God, baby, it's close. Nancy, it's right here on top of us. Nancy, start the car. Start the car, Nancy. Start it. It's 10 feet away from us.
No, it's farther than that. You want me to turn the lights on?
Okay, now hold on. You're not scared, are you?
And the idea that Bigfoot has a self-defense that they might have too, and this is the wall of fear. The idea that there's fairies or some type of supernatural creature that can project fear into the human being. And if there is such a thing, I have had this raise put on me.
No, that was where I was going with the questioning, was how visceral that fear is. Because I've watched your videos, we've talked, we know each other. You're not a nervy guy normally, and when I listened to your responses, what I felt, what I saw vibrationally was that you were totally fucking freaked out, and what that communicates to you about them when they're interacting with you on such a level that obviously you have elevated levels of adrenaline, your pulse, blood pressure, respiration, all of that goes up. And so I'm wondering, are they inducing that and then feeding off of it? Is that a sense that maybe you get? Is this like...
Well, okay, that's a huge question, because we know that these archons and stuff like that's their food, is that to make people scared.
That's where I'm going with this.
How do I know that I won't be hurt out there? Because I do know that. And also, the guy who wrote the book about this, there's not one case of anybody being hurt by this. And they've been going out there for 100 years. They're going out there right tonight. Nobody. One time, one got as big as a basketball, because see, they start off as an infinitesimal point of white light, but as they get bigger, they turn yellow, and then they get bigger than that, they turn orange. And there was a case of one that floated slowly over the hood of somebody's car, and it burned the paint off, but they were not injured or harmed.
Mm-hmm. So they are palpable. They are physical.
They must be physical. Well, here's another thing too. I know where they come from, because I filmed that too. They come from under the ground.